guys like mazes? Hannah bought me this book of super hard mazes the other day. Whew. Some of the pathways are so twisty and turny that it makes my eyes go crossed. The thing about mazes is there's only one path that gets you where you're supposed to go. And if I don't turn my pencil the right way where it's supposed to go, well, then I can crash into a wall. And that reminds me of following God. You know, some people have tried to convince me that there are tons of paths to get to God, but there really is only one way to connect with the one true God. And learning that, well, to keep you from crashing. Ooh, looks like I should have gone left on this puzzle.
That was the actual worst trip ever.
Oh, you're telling me.
Oh.
Where'd you guys go?
We head down to the Pizza Palace for a meeting.
Uh-huh.
But we never got there.
What happened?
Well, so we turned left on Maple, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
And then we just started walking, and we kept walking until we were 3 towns down, and we still had no pizza.
Yeah, but that's because, well, it's just down the street. You're supposed to turn right on Maple.
Okay, right, but it's a road, and we turned down a road, so we should have ended up there.
Yeah, that doesn't really stop being weird,
So-
okay?
Okay, let me start over again. Okay, you see, I know you turned down a road, but you turned down the wrong direction, so therefore you couldn't make it to the place you're supposed to go.
Okay, Dr. Herman.
Yeah.
All roads lead to the same place, okay? It doesn't matter which road you turn down, which way you go, it's gonna go where you want to go, okay?
Yeah.
No, that's not how roads work.
Okay, Christopher Columbus. Sounds like somebody needs to maybe attend one of our next meetings about geography. Because you're a little dense.
What kind of meeting is this?
It was it's the Society of Religious Understanding.
Okay.
Yes, you see, it teaches us that all beliefs are true.
Okay, but do you actually believe that's true?
Well, don't we all just teach the exact same thing to
Yeah.
be good people? And the society, that's what we call it on the inside, we're dedicated to not rocking the boat. You know what that means?
Yeah, I'm familiar. For me, I'm more interested in absolute truth than worrying about whether I'm rocking the boat.
Yeah, but you see, the society, which is what we call it,
Yeah, I got that part.
They tell us that it doesn't really matter what you believe, what I believe, what he believes, what she believes, it's all the truth.
Like the bold guys chanting, their truth is right,
Yeah.
his truth's right, his truth is right, your truth is right, your truth is right, your truth is right. It's
Yeah.
like one big melting pot of truth, right? And we're just stirring it up.
Yeah. Except that doesn't make any sense, you know, because there's just truth, just the truth.
Okay, whoa. Dr. Herman, you're rocking the boat, okay? You're just over there, rocking the boat, okay? And now we lost Rusty, because of the boat you rocked. Rusty! Rusty!
I'm drowning!
Rusty! The boat is rocking!
Never let go!
He's gone! He's gone! He's gone! I can't believe he's gone! See what happens when you rock the boat?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to work.
How's that?
That was awesome!
All right.
Super dramatic, but in the perfect way.
Okay.
That was really great. So good.
Yeah.
But are you hungry?
Yeah. You know, I could really go for some stew.
Ooh, stew sounds good.
Right?
Which way should we go?
You know, it doesn't really matter. How about we just get on the road and we'll just walk?
That's true. We'll get there somehow. Let's go.
samosa, my friend.
Huh?
Oh, that's religious speak for we never found hamburgers, so we are still starving.
I see. But okay, what's going on here? Why are you guys dressed like that?
Well, I'm dressed in a turban.
Uh-huh.
And Ethel here is dressed as a priest and listening to her dear Crystal. We've decided to combine everything we know about religion into one beautiful thing.
The best of all the worlds.
Uh-huh.
The best of all the worlds.
Okay. My Crystal just made the best joke about Herman's head. He said he hasn't seen something that round since it was chasing bowling pins for points. That was so funny.
Oh, Crystal, you are so great. We shall name him Billy.
Oh, that's a good name.
Billy.
Billy.
Okay.
Oh, I love to laugh.
First of all, what happened to your accent?
The society says that one day no accents shall exist at all as we become one part of the human consciousness.
You know, I don't understand you guys. Y'all have gone to church for a long time, and we go to church together. Why all of a sudden are you now questioning what you believe is true?
You see, there's this guy that was in the meeting, okay? And he admitted that he knew Jesus, and everybody booed him, okay?
Wait. You want me to believe that a group of adults
Boo!
literally booed him?
Boo!
Okay,
Boo!
look, let's-
Boo! Get him, Billy! Boo! Boo! Oh, the booing literally scared the poop out of me. It scared me so bad, and I never want to be booed like that again.
Okay, but here's the problem. You can't just mix all of these beliefs together. I mean, if you put all of these different thoughts and beliefs together, you're just going to confuse things even more. No, you need some truth. It's like the Bible says in John 14:6. It says, where's it at here? Oh, it says, Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. Get this, no one comes to the Father except through me. So here's the deal. Jesus is saying, look, he's the only way to connect with the one true God. And I know this might not make everyone happy to hear, and I get that. But the fact remains, even if they don't like it, the statement is still true. Jesus is the only, and I know you guys have been struggling with this, the only way to connect with God.
Whoa, Dr. Herman.
You know Billy's sensitive.
Seriously, he's really
So
sensitive. Okay, but here's the thing, okay? We kept Jesus. We just added all of the other stuff to him.
Yeah, but that doesn't work that way because that just makes the pile more and more confusing and, well, doesn't keep the truth there.
But what about all the other religions?
Look, I get it. There are a lot of religions in the world, and they may even offer a few helpful tidbits from time to time, but here's the thing. None of them are going to lead us towards the real, true God of the Bible. The only way to do that is through Jesus, and that's how we get to know the real God who created this world. The rest of them, I know it might not be popular to say, but the rest of religions, they just aren't true.
We hear your words, Brother Herman, we do. But perhaps we take this to the society
Yes.
and let them give us wisdom.
What is that, Billy? You're right. He does look like that.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
funny.
Billy. Oh, Billy Crystal.
Today we're discovering I will only worship God. In an upside down world, you probably feel a lot of pressure to accept all beliefs as true. If we all believe different things, well, we can't all be right. I know in my heart that the Bible is true and that Jesus really is the only way to know the true God. Sometimes we may meet others that will put that truth to the test. That's what happened to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were part of a group who had been taken from Jerusalem to Babylon as prisoners. Along with Daniel, they stood up for what was right, and they honored God by not eating the king's food. God blessed them, and they became important leaders for the king. In Babylon, the people worshipped a lot of fake gods. That's gods with a little g. These gods were represented by statues. They weren't real. They definitely did not have the power to save you or to help you. They were just wood and stone. One day, King Nebuchadnezzar decided to make a statue of himself. He made it 90 feet tall out of pure gold. This was to become the newest statue that everyone worshipped. The king sent messengers all throughout Babylon to gather the leaders together. He was going to host a big unveiling of the new statue. Whenever the music played, everyone was expected to bow down to the statue. If you didn't, you'd be tossed into the fiery furnace. It was worship or die. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego knew that God was the only one who they should worship. They knew God's law said specifically to not create any statues out of stone or wood and bow down to them. God didn't want them to take his truth and mix it up with a bunch of lies. That just messes up the whole thing. They had a big decision. Would they go along with everyone else and worship it, or would they stand up for what was right? All the important leaders showed up for the big unveiling. Nebuchadnezzar had his band set up and ready to play. Everyone dropped to their knees and worshiped the statue. Everyone, that is, except for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Can you imagine being the only ones left standing? I imagine everyone's eyes were on them, especially King Nebuchadnezzar's. The king was ticked. He commanded them to bow down, but they said no. Nobody said no to King Nebuchadnezzar. And that's not all. They also said this: we might be thrown into the blazing furnace, but the God we serve is able to bring us out of it alive. He will save us from your power. But we want you to know this, Your Majesty. Even if we knew that our God wouldn't save us, we still wouldn't serve your gods. We wouldn't worship the gold statue you've set up. Oh, the king was so angry. He ordered the furnace to be made 7 times hotter. The 3 friends were bound up with ropes and tossed into the furnace. Some of the guards died in the process because the heat was so intense. Well, old Nebuchadnezzar got a bit of a surprise when he peered into that fiery furnace. He expected to see 3 guys dying, but instead he looked in and now saw 4 guys, and none of them were dying. They were just walking around. And the 4th one, he looked like an angel to Nebuchadnezzar. See, God was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. He didn't leave them to die. God proved to the king that he is the one and only true God. No one and nothing else can stand beside God. Well, the king tried to get the three guys to make God just like any other idol. Oh, but they wouldn't, because they knew that he's the only God we should worship. Anything that sits in that number one place in your life, well, that's what you worship. No matter what our upside down world tries to get you to worship, stay right side up with our big point. I will only worship God.
Looks like you two found Pizza Palace after all.
Yeah, you know what? We actually listened to what you said and followed the directions on our phones. We found it.
It turns out you're right. All roads do not lead to the same place. Who knew?
I didn't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out of the blue.
Yeah.
Right.
But the society though, how did they react? Did you tell them about the Jesus being the only way thing that you believe?
You know, Dr. Herman, we thought about what you said, and we did tell them that Jesus is the only way,
Yeah.
and the truth and the life, and
How'd they react?
they booed us
Yeah, big time.
pretty bad.
Oh, see? Yeah, that's the society. They, I guess they're not done booing.
All right, let's just hang up on that. Well, you know, I'm proud of you guys. You know, it took a lot of courage to stand up. You showed them that you believe that Jesus is the only way. That means a lot. You remind me of those guys from the Bible that we hear about at church. Shadrach, Meshach, and...
A billy goat.
Yes, right.
No, Abednego.
Not a billy goat?
Nope, it's Abednego.
Tomato,
I
tomato.
swear it was
Right?
a billy goat.
It's Abednego. He was a
mine-
boy.
Okay.
Yes. So anyway, you remember King Nebuchadnezzar tried to get them to worship a statue, but they wouldn't do it. They stood up for what was right, only worshiped God.
It's a shame they all died in that fiery furnace. You know what? A moment of silence for them.
No, they didn't die in the...
Shh, we're having a moment of silence, Dr. Herman. Do you have no respect?
They didn't die, remember? Remember, they were in the fiery furnace, and then God showed up in the fiery furnace and saved them, and they got out of it and showed Nebuchadnezzar who the only true God is, remember?
Are you sure that wasn't a billy goat?
No.
I think I remember what you're saying. Okay, but Dr. Herman, are you sure that it's okay to tell people that Jesus is the only way to God?
Well, think about it like this, Ethel. If you had a friend that lived in Kansas and they wanted to travel to California, would it be helpful to tell them to go to New York City first? Not really. You'd send them in completely wrong direction. You see, that's the thing. When we tell people about Jesus and we tell him who he really is and we tell them that we believe in him and he's the only way to God, we're actually doing them a favor because we're pointing them in the right direction.
Man, Dr. Herman, you really helped us out.
Thanks.
You really did just bring us out of the muck, you know what I
No
mean?
problem.
I think you deserve some of our leftovers. Here's
Oh,
Rusty.
really?
Do
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
that's
some?
right. It's a haggis tuna surprise with anchovies. It's delicious. Don't let the smell turn you back. Don't let, just, it tastes better than it
It's
smells.
okay. You don't want any?
And look. All right, I'll get his hand.
You want to taste it?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh,
This smells delightful.
there's nothing better than seafood and cheese.
Well, I'm glad that Rusty and Ethel put away their turbans and crystals and remembered that Jesus is the only way to know God. It may not be the most popular thing to say, but it doesn't make it untrue. Choosing to only worship God will keep you from getting lost and help you live your best life. Sharing that good news with others is a helpful thing to do. So go out there and treat others with love and kindness. Show them who Jesus really is. And that's something you can talk about when you do this week's Big Do. Listen to a worship song as our family. You can check out tons of great options on Spotify and then talk about why we should only worship God.